Hi, I'm here for part 3 of the chakra series that I'm doing in my videos. So this is a little bit more advanced kind of look at the chakras. And what I'm going to be talking about is the yantras, as they're called. So here's the main yantra. And I'm going to be referring to a book here. I'm going to be taking it out of the Chakra Bible, which is quite a good book. It tells you a lot of stuff about all the different chakras. I'm going to go through all the yantras, but there's all kinds of stuff. There's some history here, where it's coming from. It's also talking about crystals, yoga moves, all kinds of different things that you can do to help open up each of the chakras. I'll put a link for this book, the Chakra Bible, in the bottom in the description of this video. It does help me out a lot. If you click on that video, you don't always have to buy the book itself. You can just click through that video and buy a bag of peanuts if you want. It will help me out. So please do click on that link if you're even a little bit interested in the Chakra Bible and taking a closer look or a more in-depth look at the chakras. But for this video, I wanted to go through some of the yantras because when you're meditating, this first one that I showed you here, where it was, so this is a centering yantra, and what it does is it helps to helps to harness the divine energies as well. So that's what these chakra yantras will do. It helps to center you in that chakra, and it helps to bring in and harness those divine energies for that particular chakra. So each one has different aspects to it. You can either get the book and copy out the pictures, or you can draw them if you're gifted in that way right from this video. But this is the root chakra yantra. So we're starting at the root chakra, which is at your base, right between your legs, and we're going to work our way up. Okay, so like I said, this is the root one. It has 4 petals. It has a downward pointing triangle, and which is representative of the feminine energy. We've also got the phallus here and a snake entwining that phallus, which is male energy, male and feminine energy coming together. And then we've got a crescent moon here, which represents the divine energy or the universal energy. And we've got this lovely white elephant here. So the white elephant in this particular chakra, he shows up in another one, but in this particular chakra, he's got 7 trunks there. He represents our animal instincts because we have those instinctual kind of things. So he represents that. And elephants are smart, very intelligent, so he represents that aspect of ourselves. But elephants, being the animals that they are, can also be very destructive. They, if they get mad, they sway their trunks around, they stomp on things, just like we tend to do when we get upset or out of control. So he represents both our controlled side and our uncontrolled side sometimes. So there's a mantra that goes with each yantra. So the idea is that you put this at eye level where you can meditate on it. Because in the other videos I was talking about, if you do a meditation for the root chakra, let's say for instance, you embrace yourself or immerse yourself in the color red, you picture red all around you, that sort of thing. Well, you can also meditate on this and just look at this and you say the mantra that goes with each chakra. So the mantra for the root chakra is Lam, Lam, Lam. And there's hand positions that you can put your hands into as well. I'll show you that in a second here. Let me just call it up just to make sure I'm getting the right ones. So you're putting your forefinger and your thumb together, and you're holding it like this, circles, Lam, while you're meditating on this yantra. So that's the mantra. And what that mantra Lam is doing is it is helping helping to create a strong foundation. Because what it's doing is it's creating a block, and this is a good kind of block, not a bad block. So it's creating a block so that your energy can't go lower than your root chakra. So you're not, so things aren't slipping out the cracks. So it kind of fills in those cracks, because sometimes our root chakra, we can sort of let energy leak out of there. So what that lam, with your fingers in that position, that mantra with the hand mudra, I believe it's hand mudra, sorry, is, I sometimes get these terms mixed up, but what it's doing is it's creating a cement sort of base for you so that no energy can leak out of there. And actually, Lam also helps to create better concentration for you as well. So that's the root chakra. Then we're moving up into the sacral chakra, which is right below your belly button, remember? So this is the yantra for your sacral chakra. It has 6 petals. So we've gone from 4 to 6, so we've moved up. It has this sort of alligator fish character because the sacral chakra is the water element, right? So it's all about water because we're in water when we're in our mother's womb, the amniotic fluid and whatnot. And the crocodile, or alligator, I always want to call him a crocodile, he's an alligator. He represents our sexual energy. And that's because they actually used to use the fat of alligators to make men more virile. So there you go. And then we also have the crescent moon, but we also have the full moon here. And the full moon is the one that kind of helps to bring that the big waves of change and whatnot. But we have the crescent moon with the pearl inside there. So the mantra for this yantra is VAM, I believe. Yes, VAM. So the hand position is you're cradling your hands. You're not intertwined. You're just cradling. So you're just cradling and you're putting your thumbs together like this. So that, and you're going VAM, VAM, while you're concentrating on this and perhaps picturing orange color all around you, kind of thing. And when you say VAM like this, what you're doing is you're purifying all your bodily fluids. So your bodily fluids respond to both this mudra, this hand mudra, and the mantra and the yantra. And it brings alignment with your water. So it helps to cleanse your blood, your fluids, all the good stuff that moves around in you. Then we go up into the sacral chakra, or not the sacral, we were just at the sacral, the solar plexus, which is right above our belly button. So here's the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra. I always want to say sacral. That's the yantra for it. So this one has 10. So it's sort of a completion of a cycle. Because again, remember I said these are the lower chakras. We've got your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, all the root chakras, the ones you live in when you're little. And then there's a gateway right about here that we need to pass through to get to our heart chakra. So this is a completion kind of chakra. It's also our base of energy, our energy chakra for sure. So it's got the triangle in red, pointing downwards, which is actually representative of movement, which is energy, right? So that's what that's all about. And it's got the ram here. So the ram is all about movement forward, being headstrong, determined, courageous. The ram will just go in, go running in. I know because I'm an Aries and Aries is ram. So rams love to run into things. Whether there's a door or not, we'll bash right through it. So that's what this is representative of. And the mantra for this one is like the ram, 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 RAM for its mantra. And its solar plexus mudra is putting your hands together and putting your one thumb over the other. Okay? and then you say ram. And I like this one because it's very much like, it reminds me of a horn. So we're gonna ram through things. Ram. And what this does is it actually raises energy for you. So by doing this and concentrating on that yantra, you're raising energy, you're clearing that solar plexus chakra, which raises your energy. It also raises your longevity as well. So that's always a good thing to do. And then from there, we're moving into the heart chakra. So this is the yantra for the heart chakra. And now the numbers start to increase and they get really big for the petals. So here's the heart chakra. It's green, of course. These are 12 petals, and it has 2 triangles superimposed onto each other. So it's neither up nor down kind of thing, but it indicates divine light that can be revealed when this chakra is fully open. So it's got both the up and down triangles on it. And then this is a deer or an antelope, whatever you want to call him. So there he is, the deer. And he refers to the lightness and speed of air because this is an air element. This is the first of air elements. The other ones were fire, water, fire. And now we get into air as we get into the higher chakras, right? And actually, Vayu, which is a Vedic god, was who's the god of winds. He's actually pictured riding a deer, so that's where that comes from as well. Now, the mantra for this yantra is YAM, Y-A-M. And the mudra that you want to do for the heart chakra is sort of like a circle, but it's more the thumb over the forefinger, and you actually hold it to your heart. You can do it with both hands or one hand, however you feel comfortable. And so you're saying yum while you're concentrating on that yantra. Okay, so like I said, you can get the book, you can draw it out. Here's the picture again for that one, right? And it's green. And when you're saying this, what you're doing is it gives you more control over your breath because you're now into the higher chakras. So this is more about breath, and it is the first of the air elements or air chakras. So that is all about breath because breath is air, of course. And it is about the true knowledge coming in, the dawn of true knowledge. Because like I said before in the previous videos, when you move into your heart chakra, as we mature, we start to gain greater knowledge and greater compassion and empathy, and we're starting to understand the more subtle things in life and the emotions and the energy than we did when we were not as mature, because that's all part of growth, right? So then from the heart chakra, we move up into the throat chakra. So this is the yantra for the throat chakra. Now, I really like using these yantras because I find it just helps me in my study of the chakras. The chakras, like I said in my first video, are a huge, huge subject. I could probably do 20 videos on chakras and still not cover everything. This is just some very basic introduction to chakras and working with them. I do talk a bit more when I do my Reiki training, like when I teach Reiki classes. I talk a bit about chakras as well, because you use chakras when you're in the more advanced kind of Reiki healing. I'm a 9th degree Grand Master, Reiki Grand Master, so we do incorporate a lot of the chakras. So I found that this just helps me really get in tune with chakras. So I do try to do this meditation every once in a while. It's not a daily thing for me, but every once in a while I'll do this where I'm concentrating on the yantra and doing the mantras and the mudras of each chakra. And I find that Reiki clients that I have after that, I'm really in tune with, or if I'm doing clients that want chakra balancing, I'm very much in tune with what chakra is kind of really the one that needs to be worked on, or this one needs to be worked on, but this one's also kind of acting kind of funky. So I really like this, and that's why I wanted to do this video, because I love doing these yantras. And I actually drew out each one because I find that there's just something about pen to paper and being creative, and there's lots of coloring and all that kind of stuff. Mine aren't perfect, but I've got the main elements. So that's why I wanted to share this. So this has 16 petals on it. It is that light blue. I call it the Mother Mary blue because it's what the Virgin Mary always, she had a light blue, right? There's a silver crescent right here, right in front of us, which represents purity and the cosmic sound. Then the white circle is also representative of the moon. It's the full moon, so we're embracing all stages of the moon, basically. And we've got the downward pointing triangle, and the white elephant appears again. But this time, the white elephant, as you can see here with the 7 trunks, is the animal guardian, and carries the sound of the mantra. So he has no collar on him this time. Did he have it on the last time? I'm just double checking. I'm not sure. Can't remember if he did or not. But anyways, he's all about being of service to us. So that's what he's about, the 7-trunked elephant there. Now the trunks represent the elements of man. So that is like our blood, our muscles, our tissues. Each trunk has a meaning. Just let me get to it here. Let me find it. Just make sure I'm not leaving anyone's out. No, he doesn't have a collar there either. Okay, so anyways, the 7 aspects of humans, we've got fluid of the human body, fluids, bloods, flesh, nerves, tissue, fat, bones, and bone marrow. That's what each of the trunks represent. So I always get the fluids, blood, flesh, nerves, tissue, fat, bones, and bone marrow. I often forget bone marrow. So that's why he has 7 trunks. He's representing the 7 elements of the human body. So with this yantra, this throat yantra, the mantra is HAM, H-A-M, and the mudra for the throat chakra is, this time your hands are interlaced. So kind of remember when you said, here's the church and here's the steeple? We'll just do the church part. Flip yourself over. There's all the people. And then you place your thumbs together. So you're doing this, and you're just placing it in a comfortable position wherever you want to put that mudra. And you're saying ham. And when you say this, it energizes the brain, because we're talking about our throat there, and what we say comes from our brain. So the brain and the throat chakra are very much connected, and it brings sweetness and harmony to the voice. Ham. Because ha is a very soft sound. It's not a harsh sound. It's not buh or puh or kuh or anything like that. So it's a nice soft sound. It's actually, you'll find it's kind of soothing for the throat. So it's a healing sound for the throat. So ham, like a ham sandwich, H-A-M. And then you're doing, here's the church, and then there's my thumbs together and upside down, right? Like this, okay? So that's how you're holding that, and you're saying ham while you're doing the throat chakra and concentrating on that yantra. So the yantra, now it gets a little bit different. For the third eye is this thing here. Now, it looks like there's 2 petals only, but actually there's 96. So it's each 2 of these represent 48. Is it 48? 48 on each side. Yes. So that's what this depicts. You don't have to draw all 48, obviously, if you're doing the drawings. But the 2 petals basically represent the duality, the male-female energy. This represents the moon or the void. Sometimes people call this the void, in between the male and female energies. It's usually a deep blue, like an indigo, or white. Sometimes people use white. And it contains, as you can see, the symbol here in a downward triangle. So, yes, so I'm just, sorry, I'm reading something. Oh yeah, the quarter moon. There's a quarter moon there. I knew I was missing something. So there's a quarter moon, yes, which shows the vortex of energy. And then this red dot, which is going to appear again on the crown chakra, represents, so it's called the bindu. So it's the red dot, and it represents our ability to disconnect from our body, like our detachment from our body, so that we can connect to the higher realms. That we understand that this is a physical body, but we are spirit in essence, and our ability to detach ourselves from that body and connect to the spirit or to the higher realm, the universe, that sort of thing. So that's what that red dot represents, is our ability to do that. So the sound, the mantra for the third eye is that's written like this. This is the symbol for and I'm often saying, oh, when you meditate, you think you have to go and look, yes, it does have a purpose, and it's actually very good for you to say, because it does bring a certain energy. It is the sound that connects us to the primal cosmic sound itself. So this is the sound of the universe. And I've heard that been said before. So with our third eye, this time so we're not interlacing, we're putting our knuckles together, and we're creating the steeple part of, here's the church, here's the steeple, but we're not showing the people. We're just doing this, okay? So this is the mudra for the third eye, and then you say and you can be meditating on this yantra, as it's called. So that's the yantra for that one. Oops, lost my bookmark here. And then we go into the crown chakra, the one up here where our crown is. And this is a different one. And there it is. It looks like a little cap of sorts. So it's the lotus of 1,000 petals, as it's called. And the number of petals is 1,000. So these are all the petals through here, right? And then we've got the full moon represented in this circle here. And then we've got that triangle. The color is violet, generally speaking. We've got the triangle within the moon. And then inside the triangle is divine knowledge. So it's representative of divine knowledge. And it has that bindu again, our ability to detach ourselves from our physical selves and have a spiritual experience. And the sound for the crown chakra is no sound at all. It's actually silence. So ultimate silence, right? Now that doesn't mean when you're meditating on this that you have to have silence necessarily. You aren't making any noise because you're now listening. And you're allowing all the other sounds, because there's going to be other sounds. There's no vacuum where there's no sound kind of thing. So you allow them just to flow around you, maybe through you at first, but then they start to flow around you and you don't even hear them anymore. One way to learn to do that is by getting a massage on a regular basis. Because when you get a massage, what that does is it actually puts your body in a meditative state. It physically sort of forces your body to go into a meditative state. And if you've ever had a massage, you'll know that, no matter what's playing on the, the tinkle sound or whatever that's playing the music, and whether there's someone talking out in the hallway or whatever, you'll find that you very quickly just kind of let all those go. You're not asleep, but you're not hearing any of that anymore. It's just flowing over you, and it's not even a part of what you're listening to anymore. So massage is actually really good, a good way to kind of get to that meditative state. And what's really beneficial about massage is, like I said, it physically forces you into that meditative state so that it becomes a muscle memory. So it actually helps you meditate better because you can get there faster because you're familiar with that. So for a while I was going for a massage every week because I had hurt myself quite badly. And not so much now, but I do want to get back into massage once we're allowed to interact with human beings again. But I do get it on a fairly regular basis, and both my hypnotherapist and my past life regression person have said I get to those hypnotic states very quickly. I go into trance very quickly. I find meditation not as challenging as most people. I mean, it's always something you're working on, but because I started physically with massage by accident, I go there very fast. So I found that's really helped. So that really helps a lot if you're looking to get into that deep meditative state much faster. Now the mudra for the crown chakra, again, it's silence, is you are interlacing, and this time you're putting your baby fingers together and you concentrate either on your crown chakra, and you know, bathe yourself in violet or white crystal clear light, whichever one you want. Or you can meditate on this as well, just looking at it and seeing what comes through. So that's the yantras, mantras, and mudras for your chakra work, for meditation, for any kind of work that you want to do. And like I said, I do highly recommend this book, The Chakra Bible. It goes through crystals, emotional issues, health issues, yoga moves, diet, everything. It covers a lot of stuff on chakras. Another good book that I have here is Chakras for Beginners. That's a great book to get as well, to help introduce the idea of chakras and how to work with them. So if you're looking for two books, this is Chakras for Beginners. I really like this one. It was a good introduction. And then if you want to really know a lot of different things about the chakras, look at the Chakra Bible. It's a great knowledge-filled book for you as well. So there's a couple of books to kind of try out. I'll put them in the description, the links. And like I said, if you can subscribe to my channel, I would sure appreciate it. If you can give my video a thumbs up. And if you need to go shopping, even if it's for a bag of peanuts, please click on my links and check out these books and check out other books on Amazon. I am an affiliate there, so it does help my business a lot and helps me to continue to be able to do these videos for you. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. Thank you so much for being here. I do truly appreciate it. And so much luck and love to all of you, especially during these times. And good luck with working with your chakras and helping others work with their chakras. All right, take care. Much love to you all. Bye.